Hello people, welcome back once again to my channel, and in today's video we're going to be creating this gorgeous subtle eyeshadow look. This is what she looks like with the makeup when we're done with the look. Like, this is the actual finished look with the makeup. So if this sounds like what you're interested in, then you need to keep watching, as this video is definitely for you and it's detailed as usual. So we're going to be starting with the eyeshadow base. This is a Tara eyeshadow base. I like using like an animal hair brush to apply my base, and I make sure my base is well blended, because however your base turns out, that is what and how your eyeshadow is going to turn out. So a clean base equal to clean and flawless eyeshadow. So I went ahead to transition using my orange from my eyeshadow palette. This is one of my eyeshadow palettes I own. I can't remember the name, but you can use any palette of your choice, any palette you own. Any orange from the palette can work. So I just went ahead with this brown to just intensify the eyes. This is between the crease and the eyelid, just to intensify the eyes a little bit. I went a little bit darker and make sure I blend that into the crease and into the orange using another brush. Then to darken the outer corner of the eyes, I went into it with a dark, very dark brown to darken the outer corner of the eyes using my fluffy brush. This brush is from the Vika Bell brush. So I went into the eyelid. After darkening the outer corner of the eyes, I went into the eyelid with this bronze eyeshadow. This eyeshadow, I love the way this eyeshadow looks on the eyes, but I just needed to like twist it a little bit. So I make sure I blended it properly, because I don't want any demarcation between the crease and the outer corner of the eyes and the lid. So I just went ahead to blend the outer corner of the eyes and make sure everything is well blended and there is no demarcation. Like, everything looks like they are together, but they are not together. You get what I'm trying to say? So this is what I am doing. I went ahead with a small brush, the same brush I used to apply the eyeshadow on the lid, just to make sure the eyeshadow gets to every part of the lid. So to smudge under her eyes, I went into it with a dark shade of brown, the same brown I used to darken the outer corner of the eyes. I went in with little quantity. It's always good to build up, build up, build up, build up. When you're doing your makeup, build up. When it's not enough, you can always go back and add. So I went into it with this fluffy brush using a light shade of brown to just blend that very well, because I don't want it to have like a line or a demarcation. You can see how blended it is and how different it looks from the other one. So I went ahead to do the same thing on the other part of the eyes, because your eyeshadow needs to be well blended, like perfectly well. If not, it's going to be looking funny and not looking nice. So I just went ahead to dust out the eyeshadow fallout on her eyes. I already love the way the eyes is looking, but I just want to switch it up a bit. So I went ahead with this orange pigment. This is one of my pigments I own. I can't remember the name, so you can use any pigment you have. I applied that with my finger. I didn't use a pigment glue in this particular eyeshadow, because I don't want the pigment to be harsh on the eyes. I don't want it really intense. So I just use my finger to tap it without a glue. When you apply your pigment without a pigment glue, it reduces the intensity of the pigment. So I just apply that without the glue, just for me to get this subtle eyeshadow look, or the subtle glitter look, or pigment look rather. So to line her eyes, I use my Beyond Beauty gel liner. I usually just raise her eyes up before lining. This is going to give me like a very thin liner. Doing the same thing on the other part of the eyes. Then I went ahead to line under her eyes in her waterline with the same gel liner. But before doing that, I make sure the gel liner gets tacky a little bit, because this gel line takes time to get tacky. It's actually matte when you're done applying. When it's completely dry, then it turns matte, but you need to let it get tacky, like completely tacky, before going ahead with it, especially when you're using it to line the waterline. So I went back to the other eyes to intensify the liner on the other eyes, because the other one looks dark. So I just went to make the other one darker, so it just be uniform. Then for mascara, this is my Wing Beauty Instant Volume Mascara, an absolute fave. So you use it on her natural lashes before applying the false lashes. So I did the same thing on her other eyes. So I just usually like raise the eyelid up before applying the mascara. I just apply it, I take it out. This way it's just going to give me the volume I need, and also this is going to take out the dust or fallout on the eyelid. And this is the finished look. This is what the eyeshadow looks like. This was before we finished the makeup, and this is when I finished the makeup. This eyeshadow is given just bronze kind of, but like a little touch of orange. And this is the end of this video, guys. Please give it a very big thumbs up if you enjoy it. Subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you in my next one.